created ever. He didn't like that. Well, they figured it out.
So, Security Breach had a release, that's for sure. The release of Security Breach brought a lot of criticism forward for the bugs, the weird lore, and the fact that honestly, it just wasn't really that scary. A lot of the horror of Five Nights at Freddy's is built up on the fear of the unknown, wondering, is Bonnie still at your door in FNAF 1? In Sister Location, where has baby brought you to? And most importantly of all, what is the deal with Balloon Boy? Someone please get him those sweet, succulent AA batteries. I do not want to deal with him anymore. Security Breach didn't really deliver on the expectations of the fan base. The whole environment of Security Breach was far too bright, so there wasn't really anything to be scared of. And sure, the animatronics and the threat of being caught can be scary, but they were so easily countered. When you have a free exit via Freddy, or a weapon you can even use against them, honestly, you're kind of hunting them instead of the other way around. In a way, you could say that the game was kind of ruined. Okay, that was kind of shit, let's just move on. Ruin took Security Breach and made it so much better. This dark, decrepit environment is way creepier than all the neon lights in the base game. There are also no actual hiding spots in this DLC, except for the mask, but that is more situational. I did end up losing the footage to this section, but there is a bit in the daycare where if you have the mask on, you're going to get chased by a peg trap, and if you have the mask off, you're going to get chased by the endoskeletons, which is a really good balance and creates quite a lot of tension. Also, I'm not sure who came up with the name peg trap, but they either did not think that through at all, or really thought that one through. One piece of criticism I did see for the game a good bit was that the animatronics don't really show up that much, so they can't kill you that much, so they're not really all that scary. This might just be a me thing, but I think that piece of criticism is totally moot. I think that the base game has already proven to us that the animatronics cannot be the thing that this game relies on for being scary. Once you've seen the same jump scares a few times, they're not going to be scary anymore. Instead, what makes this DLC scary is the atmosphere and the idea behind the animatronics. This is where I think Security Breach failed initially. They relied too much on the animatronics themselves providing the scare factor and made a fun, bright, warm, inviting environment for the most part, of course. And then there was a way to completely disarm and disregard the animatronics, so they presented no threat whatsoever. When it comes to the lore of this DLC, it's pretty confusing, as FNAF lore tends to be, but I think it was a huge improvement on the base game. Having the Grimmick, or the Mimic, or whatever you want to call it, as a new villain is really nice to see, and it's very refreshing to have a switch up from whatever is going on with William Afton's current form. As well as that, if steelwool are feeling a little extra spicy, they can just say, hey, remember how you were all mad at Burn Trap and William Afton coming back? Well, hey, that was just a Grimmick all this time, and they could just completely retcon and redo that whole lore bit that everyone was mad about. Of course, they don't have to do that, but it is nice to have the option if they want to. Overall, Steelwool Studios have done an amazing job at this DLC. I can't wait to see what they do with Help Wanted 2, and I think they've definitely redeemed themselves from whatever Security Breach's launch was supposed to be. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a sinkhole to go create under my nearest pizzeria.